Hello people, Luna here. Welcome to this space. I'm coming to you from the house that I'm currently in. It's one of the last of 5 weeks that we're going to be here, and it feels like a really potent time, a time of integration after the summer and all of the young energy that we've been in, all of the connections, exploration, putting ourselves out there, and really soaking up this opportunity now to start integrating, landing, preparing for the seasons to change. So what inspired this practice today to hear and honour our heart, something that I'm increasingly deepening into, and I'd love to explore this concept with you of how people are our mirrors. The more lately that I've witnessed people being real, speaking their truth, being honest, expressing their emotions, and not people pleasing, the more I remember that I just get to keep being more me and uncovering more truth, and importantly, delighting in the process. So I heard this beautiful quote once, and it said, it was describing someone's relationship as like a kaleidoscope, always changing, always beautiful. And I love that to apply to how we get to just keep softening into whatever we're experiencing here and now, and learning to come out of resistance being our way of operating. So we might feel like we're moving through a lot. We might feel like we're bringing a lot through, we're creating a lot, or we have big ideas, big collaborations, big growth. And we might feel like we're not doing much at all. But here today, I invite us to allow wherever we are to be. My main guide, Emily, says, it always just is. We can forget it and cover it, or we can open our whole body to it. Either way, it just is. And I love this. And I invite us to explore whether we can meet ourselves exactly where we are today as a practice of letting life move through us, just as it is, as a practice of acceptance of where we find ourselves here and now. Can we build trust and safety here so that we can relax, come out of resistance, and hear our heart, so that we can again feel guided by our inner knowing and what lights us up? So enjoy this insight and potent snippet of my current process as I unfold into more of me. It's really, really gaining momentum for me now. So I have this practice to share with us today, and we will begin in a comfortable seat. So just coming into a comfortable seat, feeling free to prop the hips up if that's more comfortable for you. Closing down the eyes, relaxing the jaw. Starting to relax through the shoulders, allowing the face to soften. And inviting the breath to deepen into the heart space as we begin our practice. Exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose. Feeling the weight of the hips on the earth. Deepening the breath. Allowing the shoulders to move away from the ears. And just bringing the palms to rest one on top of the other in your lap. And just starting to tune into the heart space. Breathing into this space that we're going to open today. directing your focus in, telling yourself I'm here, I'm listening. And just invite that sense of curiosity as we begin to move. The next inhale, stretching up overhead, bringing the hands together in prayer and down through the center of the body, resting the thumbs on the heart space, welcoming wisdom from within this potent, wise energy center that's always in the now. Let's just shake the hands out a little bit, shake off any old energy, clearing the energetic pathways. First, we're just going to bring our right hand down beside us and our left up and overhead, stretching into the side body, side of the heart space, allowing the head to be heavy. Breathing up and down the side of the body. Sweeping the arm forward and through center, as if you're offering something out as you switch sides. Left hand down, right hand up and over. Letting that palm arrive and be soft, and the head be heavy. Noticing how this side feels. Meeting your edge, backing up a little if it feels too uncomfortable. Honoring your body. Again, passing that hand through, feeling that yummy stretch through the different areas of the body. Bringing the hands to clasp behind the back and allowing the shoulder blades to draw in. Allowing the heart to shine forwards. Just really feeling into this space with the awareness that you are opening the channels so that emotion can move, so that energy can move in this space. Allowing the shoulders to roll forwards now. And on the next inhale, bringing the palms out. And on the exhale, rounding through as if you're doing cat-cow. Stretching all the way through, all the little muscles. Inhaling to open. As if you're opening the windows in the morning, letting the sun in. Exhaling to round, as if you're diving into a pool. Opening to the sun. Diving into the depths. Feeling that opening all the way through the back of the neck. And from there, coming back to sit and just giving yourself a nice hug. Feeling your own embrace. Perhaps whispering some sweet words to yourself of acknowledgement, of encouragement. I'm here, I see you. Thank you. Switching arms, feeling the stretch on the other side. Taking some really gentle neck rolls, just paying attention to any areas that feel tight. Moving with the breath. Noticing if you feel any areas of tension. Are they in the left side of the body or the right? Are they in the left, the feminine? the receiving side, or are they in the right, the masculine, the giving? And just being open to what that brings up for you as you just rub this area of the chest, just further opening those energetic pathways of the heart. Opening all the sides of the body. I heard it described in a yoga practice recently by Echo Flow Yoga, who I love, as awakening the family, waking up the family by opening all different sides of the body, all energy pathways, coming through to our hands and knees here. And just taking some cat cow. And back to that sense of opening to the sun, to the lights. On the inhale and then exhale as we round, being willing also to be open to the darkness, to the depth. Really feeling that flow all the way through the spine, the nuances in the body. See if you can feel something new. Stretch into a new area. Moving at your own pace. Enjoying the depth of each breath. Just taking a quick child's pose, so we can really feel into the outer edges of the shoulders. Creeping the fingertips forwards and letting the forehead come to the earth. Continually inviting the body to soften as we tuck the toes and push back into downward dog. Just opening through the back of the legs here. Imagining you're looking at your navel. Staying with those long, slow breaths. That's what we want to bring in to regulate our nervous system. Exhale by blowing through the mouth as if you're slowly blowing the candle. If you need to bring more relaxation, otherwise just breathing normally through the nose. Really allowing the armpit chest to open and move towards the ground here. And on the next inhale, we're just going to step forwards, allowing the feet to be behind the wrists, and just allowing the head to hang. Forward fold, allowing the knees to slightly bend. And we're going to roll up to standing. You won't be able to see me for a sec, but we're only here for a second. Again, just opening and shining the chest forward here and just taking a little shake. So I'll just come down, but you can be standing. Shake it out, let the body be loose. And from your standing position, we're just going to let the arms swing and pat the sides of the body. Further opening those heart lines through the arms of your breath. Have a little shake out as much as you want. Let that energy move. Always so refreshing. Next inhale, bring hands up into prayer above the head. Down through the middle again, right in that heart wisdom. Bringing the hands to the ground and stepping back with the right foot into our low lunge. And I really love to do this on my fingertips, even on blocks, so that your heart can really be open here. Keeping the right toes tucked to protect the knee. Keeping that right knee engaged. You can just play around here. Perhaps you need to come in and out of the pose. Inhaling, exhaling forwards, not overstretching this inner hip flexor here. Backing off if you need to. And from here, we're going to do one of my favourite transitions, which is, if you just peek at me first, we're going to come up into a lunge, over with our arms and down into this ninja warrior on the other side. Super fun transition. And it's such a nice deep stretch for our inner left thigh here. So again, just shining that heart forwards. If this isn't available, just feel free to come into child's pose for a moment. Taking some movement here, you can point and flex the foot, keep the core engaged, keep the sense of support there. And from here, we can turn our body around and come to lunge on the other side with the right foot in front. Again, shining that heart forwards. And in and out of the pose. Waking up the hamstrings. Being open to receive the wisdom of the heart. And from here, we'll tuck our left foot, and again, rainbow the arms all the way up and over to Ninja Warrior around the left foot. And just taking a moment here. Again, come into child's pose if you need to. From there, we're just going to creep the hands into the middle, bring the feet in a little bit and come into a wide-legged forward fold. All of these forward folds are super nourishing for the nervous system. You can visualize any tension just spilling off the back of the neck into the earth to be transformed instantly. Making a wave in the body here, just feeling the whole body. And we feel that the shoulders more open, and the hamstrings more open. Again, paying attention to the left or the right side. Is there any tension? And then bringing the feet in a little more and coming down into a squat. If this isn't available, you can come to sit. Letting the elbows push into the knees to give you this nice, wide, solid stance. Breathing more into those hips, such a space of stored emotion here. And from here, just letting the hands support you to come and sit down for a moment. Check out the shoulders, make some more space in this beautiful heart center. Coming back to our hands and knees, we're going to transition into puppy pose. Really big heart opener here. So just, again, listening to your body as we bring the hands forwards and the chest down to the ground, hips up high, keeping the feet engaged, letting the legs support you. And just tuning to the darkness in this little space. Feel your belly, expanding. Right as you exhale. Take 3 breaths as if you're saying ha. It's really good for the heart. From here, find yourself in a child's pose of your choice, whether that's with your knees together or out wide. There's a bit of a counter pose. I've really experienced recently through speaking my truth and following my feelings in recent weeks. I found myself having such insightful connection and feeling so inspired and more able to hold myself through big waves and sense what's beyond them than ever before. As I move into new spaces, I'm feeling so deeply dropped into my body and my heart and sensing the vibrancy of the present moment. And a big part of this has been learning to celebrate where I am so that I can really integrate the ways of being that feel true for me and check in with myself to see if I am actively working that muscle, I guess, to make that my default that feels more true and peaceful. Just going to push through into Sphinx pose now, so letting the legs come out straight. Letting the belly be supported by the earth, shoulders away from the ears, heart shining forward. This process of celebration as I listen to my heart really deepens my connection to it and my connection to my body. It starts to feel like more of a grounded, sustainable space for me to move from. And you bring your heart to rest on the earth now, bring the hands alongside the body, the arms. Oh. And give yourself permission to rest with the earth. And give your heart permission to rest, to be held. And you notice an awareness of the fact that you showed up for this practice, that you're following what resonates for you. And be with however your experience is here in this moment. And you soften around it. And the next inhale, just slowly make your way onto your back. Bring one hand over the heart, one hand over the womb space, creative center. Wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you, extend the neck. Close the gap between the lower back and the ground so that the lower back is supported. And just let the knees fall in together. Soften some more. Around some more. Acknowledging your heart space. The love that you are. Acknowledging your womb space, your creation center. Whatever you're currently birthing into the world. It could literally be becoming more of a relaxed person. Showing off in your truth. Even if there's some fear. And trusting that you will inspire other people by just being you. You get to just keep doing more you. What I mean, see how that feels in the body as you extend the legs out long. You can bring the knees in and give them a little squeeze and roll if you want to before we come to Shavasana. In any final stretches that feel nourishing, perhaps bringing them up and giving them another little shake. We come to our resting pose. Bring the hands beside you or on the body wherever feels comfortable. Softening the face, the throat, the shoulders, the belly, the whole back, the hips, arms, feet and soles, feet, the legs, the toes, feeling this subtle movement that's flowing through the body now that you've opened the channels. And here I'd love to invite you to explore somebody that's inspired you lately for feeling. Think of someone that's inspired you lately. Just whatever comes to you first. And just see what feeling that brings to the body. Is it a feeling of being lit up in the heart space, in the belly, the lower belly, the throat? Which parts of your energy is responding to the divine mirrors that we see in others? And is there a little bit of fear here? Perhaps there's an old program in there somewhere around competition, lack, but there's not enough. Knowing that we can allow that to be there and choose to focus on that yummy feeling of inspiration and the initial yummy feeling that we get in our body when something lights us up. And just being with that light side of the feeling and focusing there, wherever it is. And giving thanks for this activation that somebody has gifted us in their presence. Giving thanks for the opening, the code, the frequency, whatever word resonates for you, that they have reminded us is already part of us, already in us. Thanking them for helping us return to the wholeness that we are. And believing in this if it resonates for you, trusting that we are becoming more of who we are through our journey, through our learning, through our interactions. And with that felt sense, we can teach ourselves, we can soothe ourselves that it's safe to feel the feelings, the feelings, beautiful feelings, as well as all of it. So perhaps you can breathe this this activation into whichever part of your body you're currently exploring right now. Allowing this energy to charge, nourish, and ample in this area of your body. Telling yourself it's safe to feel this, it's safe to be you. Safe to blossom into more of who I am. And being with this feeling of you. Feeling your breath. Following your heart. Looking the body, getting insights for the wisdom, for the presence. All that is here with you. Whenever you're ready, starting to wiggle the toes, the fingers, gently rolling onto one side. Really thanks to yourself for taking the space to acknowledge and further integrate the recent truths that you've experienced. Bringing yourself up to a seat. We'll just finish with a short little meditation. Going back to where we began, arms resting in each other. Noticing how the body feels now. Feeling that flush of energy as we come to a more upright position. Allowing the belly to round and expand with each breath. Breathing all the way through the body, the open channel of the body. Perhaps you want to choose a word to what comes through to bring with you off the mat to help you remember that you are doing it, you're here, you're honouring your heart. It's all beautiful, it's all divine. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Maybe bringing that word and placing the hands on the heart. Wherever you are, I honour you, I see you, you've got this. Oh, power to you for taking this time to bring awareness to what's alive for you right now and letting it move. Open the eyes, bringing the hands all the way up and overhead. Taking one final lean back, letting that heart shine and guide us. May the love of our heart reach all parts of us, our mind, our thoughts, our speech, our expression, our creation, our sense of connection to ourselves, to the earth, to each other. Let me know how this felt for you. Let me know what's alive for you. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, evening. Down to all that we are. Thank you so much for joining me.